Namaste. Hi there, it's me, Stacey Lei, and of course I'm here with Miss Foxy Brown. Welcome to yoga, and thank you for joining me. This session is all about enhancing your physical awareness, so understanding better where your body parts are in space, your alignment, and your engagement. One of my favorite things associated with my job is to help people build smarter bodies, and that's what today's session is all about. So you're the star of the show, but your co-star is going to be one yoga block. Now, if you don't have a yoga block, grab a thick, sturdy cushion from your bed or your sofa, and that should do the trick. So we can place this on the ground. In fact, the entire session will be practiced from your mat or your carpet. So make sure that you've got something on the ground to practice on. I'd like you to have a yoga strap. And if you don't have a strap, you can use a belt from your pants or your robe. And finally, a small hand towel will help you to stay more comfortable while we're in some of our positions. So let's move down to the ground together. Separate your feet wider than your hips, front hand on your front thigh, and gently move yourself down. There's no rush at all. Once you arrive down on your mat or carpet, I'd like you to keep your block nearby and then lay down on your side and roll onto your back. So lay down on your side and now roll onto your back. All right, so we'll keep our knees up, feet down, and you'll take your block with both hands, well, one hand to begin with. Lift your hips and slide it underneath your seat. So the block should be just underneath your tailbone, and from here you can hold on to it with both hands if that helps you to feel more comfortable and stable. Now think about where your toes are and point them forward, and make sure your knees are pointed in that same direction. And as I mentioned, you could hold the block, exhale, engage your seat, and lift your hips off the block, and then lower down gently. We'll do this a few more times. Exhale, lift up, and then lower down. Twice more, please. Exhale, lift up, engage your seat. Lift your hips a little bit higher this time. You'll feel a nice opening in your hip flexors. Last time. Ready? Come on up, lift up and hold. Squeeze your seat muscles, and then lower down. Now, lift your left leg and turn your knee out. Place your left ankle bone onto your right knee. And feel this deep stretch, this figure four stretch. I sure feel this in the outside of my hip, and in my hip a little bit deeper than I would just on the mat. And I hope you do too. Now, if you'd like to, you can lift your legs up and draw your knees a little bit closer to your chest. And then this stretch will move down into your glutes. Take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Okay, bring your foot down, uncross your legs. Let's do that whole set again. You'll lift up, exhale, engage, and lower down. You can hold the block if that makes you feel more secure. It's really up to you. You could place your hands down on your mat if you like. And one more time, exhale, lift up, squeeze your seat and hold. So we're boosting your circulation, warming your hips, warming your body, lower down. Okay, now you'll lift your right leg up, turn your knee out as you place your ankle bone onto your thigh, and allow your knee to drop out or move out towards the side. And if this feels like a good stretch, then just stay here. If you'd like something a little bit deeper, then lift your foot off the ground, and then you'll feel the stretch move to a different place, to your glutes. A deep breath in and a long exhale. Okay, place your foot back down, uncross your leg, lift your hips up, remove the block, and take your block with both hands over your head. So palms in and your thumbs point down to the floor. And Stretch your legs out all the way. And now just reach from your fingertips and push the block away from you. Oh, this feels good. Oh, it makes me want to yawn. Holding onto the block with your fingertips. Lift your left leg up and cross it over your right ankle. And now give your body a little bend over towards the right side. So this is called the banana stretch. And holding onto the block, this is just encouraging you to stretch a little bit further. All right, uncross your leg, return to the center. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So right ankle crosses. You could slide your leg a little bit further to your left, and then stretch your hands, holding the block with your fingertips. Feel your side body stretching. And I really have to apologize in advance for my voice today. I'm so congested. The pine trees are shedding lots of pollen, so I'm sorry for that. Let's slide our feet back in. Okay, bring the block down. And now lift your left leg up and turn your knee out, just like we did earlier, figure 4. Now this time you'll hold the block on the inside of your knee. You can hold it long ways or a little bit shorter, but you can gently press against the block and feel your knee move away. So you're assisting your own stretch as if you had a personal trainer helping you to stretch. So I'd like you to find your edge, that space that feels a little bit uncomfortable, but not painful, okay? That's a very important place. A deep breath in and a long exhale. Okay, release the tension. Keep your legs in the same configuration and just let the whole structure drift over towards the right and place your left foot on the ground. You'll feel a deep twist through your torso. And exhale and allow your body to melt in. So if it feels a little bit tight, just imagine moving your breath through those spaces. Your breath is like the wind. Now you can uncross your leg, separate your feet, and let your knees come back up. And now our right leg will lift up. Turn your knee out, ankle bone on your thigh, and now assist your stretch. You can place the block on the inside of your thigh rather than pushing against your knee. And by pressing, you should feel a bit of resistance. This stretch will create some more resistance so you could go a bit deeper into your stretch. And you use your nice flowing exhales to reset your nervous system and keep you relaxed, even though it might be a little bit uncomfortable. And now keep your whole structure the same. Loosen or soften up on your leg, and now allow your legs to just drift over to the left side. Your foot comes down to the floor. You feel a twist through your torso. Take a deep breath in, please. Long exhale. Now lift your top leg up and just allow your leg to fold and rest. And since we're halfway rolled over, we'll just continue this roll, and then you can press yourself up and come to your hands and knees. We're moving into a tabletop position. Okay, so this is a great time to take your towel, fold it once or twice, and place it underneath your knees. So this is just for comfort. If you don't have a towel, you could always take your yoga mat and roll that up a few times. Okay, now keep your block nearby. Place your hands on the ground in front of you, fold your toes, find a nice strong tabletop position. So your wrists just underneath your shoulders. Now, place your left fingertips back behind your head and twist open to the left. And now your next exercise is called thread the needle. You'll feed your arm through with your palm open. Now before we go all the way down, you can bring your block underneath your shoulder. So as you lower down, rest your shoulder here on the block, and you can even let your head hang off the block. So now you've got a very deep twist happening through your upper back. Be sure your exhales are long and deep, slightly audible. If you'd like to, you could crawl your your right hand over your head. It's a deeper stretch. One more round of breath here, please. Slide your hand in. And now press your body up. Now you're welcome to stay on the same side. I'm just going to change directions so that you can see me and so that I'm looking at you. So if you need to reposition the towel, do that now. And then come to a tabletop position. And now that you know what we're doing with the block, you can place it where your shoulder will be. Bring your right fingertips behind your head. And now twist your body open, open, open to the right. And thread the needle. Your palm is exposed and you're resting your shoulder onto the block. And just like before, you can either rest your head on the block or allow your neck a little decompression and let your head hang off the block. Choose the option that feels more comfortable to you. And now, just like we did on the other side, you've got the option to crawl or slide your hand up over your head. Let's take 3 rounds of breath here. If your arm is extended overhead, please slide your arm in. Use the same hand, so your left hand, to push your body up. Now, take the block with you and come up to your knees. Now take a look at my feet. You see how my toes are folded under? See if you can do the same thing. And if your feet are generally pretty tight, this might not be very comfortable for you. But see if you could hold here for a few moments. Just here, up on your knees, stretching your feet. And now place the block underneath your seat, and it can be in the high position or a lower position. And then bring your hips down. You could sit on the block or simply sit on your heels. Now take care of yourself if you've got tender knees. But bringing your weight back, you're sure going to feel this in your feet. I sure do. This is stretching your plantar fascia, because when your feet are healthy and fit, every day is a little bit happier, right? Because if our feet hurt, then it ruins our whole day. And we usually don't even notice our feet until they hurt. Okay, come forward now and unfold your feet and give yourself a little gentle tap. Bring the circulation back to your toes. Okay. And when your feet are feeling good, fold them again. And this time you'll pick up your block and come on up to your knees and stay here. Now you can flatten your feet anytime you need to. Okay. Let's take the block and just make some little circles around your hips. So just drawing some awareness to where your hand is, where the block is, and now reverse your circles. Doing a little bit of a chest opening. One more time, and hold this block back behind you. Now, if you have wider shoulders, you're going to hold the block wide. And if you have narrow shoulders, then you'll hold the block more narrow. But I'd like you to point your fingertips down towards the floor. And you can let the block rest on your butt. And now exhale and engage your seat. So press your hips forward. And then just press your palms into the block. So it's a slight, subtle movement, but your shoulders will come back. And as you continue pressing into the block, you'll feel how your upper back activates. Okay, soften from this posture. You could bend your knees if you need to. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, engage your seat, press your hips forward, press your hands into the block, activate your upper back, and this time tilt your chin a little bit towards the ceiling and smile a little bit. Give yourself a nice long sigh. This is opening the whole front side of your body, making the back side of your body do some work. And now soften from this posture. And you could keep your knees on the block, flatten your feet, take your knees very wide. And now bring the tips of your toes to touch. And sit your butt back to child's pose. Now if you have tender knees or hips, you can put the block back behind you. And just see how that feels. That might give you a little bit of support. You might feel more comfortable there. Another option for your block is this. Look, so I'd like you to rest your head down to the floor. And if it doesn't touch the floor, you can rest your head on the block. And of course, if you have two blocks, you could put one underneath your butt and one underneath your head. So your knees are very wide. Your belly is just relaxing down between your knees. And you're stretching your fingertips forward. And you're breathing here. So stay here for 2 more rounds of breath. This is a relaxation pose, but you're also stretching out the muscles in the back of your body that were just working for you. Let's take 1 more round of breath, please. Okay, slide your hands towards your body and hinge up. Hey there. All right, shift over to side saddle and you can move the towel. I'd like you to come to a cross-legged position, sitting nice and tall. Either leg in front is totally fine. And now you'll take this block and place it back behind you. And you'll place your hands on the block like this, on the sides of the block. Turn a little bit. And sitting very tall, I'd like you to lift the block up. So once again, we're activating all of the muscles in your upper back, so drawing your shoulder blades together. All you have to focus on is pressing your hands into the block. Please relax your shoulders and lengthen your neck and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can give yourself a gentle smile, because practicing exercises like these enhance your posture. And when we can stand up tall, we can breathe better. And the whole day is better when we can breathe. Okay, soften away from this posture. You can bring your block around to the front. Now I'd like you to separate your feet, or separate your knees, and place your block in front of you, and now place your feet on the block. So this is the butterfly pose. Now be mindful of your spine. If your spine is rounded, then hold on to your shins and sit up tall. Yeah. And if this stretch is a little bit too gentle for you, you want a little more spice, then you can simply bring the block a bit closer. And that wasn't a challenge. I just want you to be sure that you're working to your best capacity today. So you're sitting tall, you're allowing your knees to float out to the side. And just breathing with yourself. Allowing your hips to open. One more round of breath, please. Inhale through your nose. Exhale from your mouth. All right. Take your time, taking your feet off the block. And now we'll bring our block over to the right side. And I'd like you to bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh, okay? So you'll allow your thigh to come out to the side a bit and sit very tall. And now you'll put your block just behind your thigh. Before we move too far, I'd like you to measure yourself and make sure you can place your forearm from your elbow up to your wrist onto the block. Okay, so you'll place the block in a position where you can do that. And now sit very tall, anchor down through your sitting bones. And I really suggest that you kind of lift up and move some of your flesh out of the way so you don't have flesh in between your sitting bones and the floor. I want you to feel that your little bony bones right there on the floor the best you can. Now anchor your left butt cheek down. Stretch up overhead. Melt your right arm down. And now start to stretch over to the right side. You have a few options here. You can let your arm just hang down. So a little more weight on your head and you'll feel a deeper stretch. Or you can place your fingertips behind your head. I'd like you to be sure you're taking good care of your shoulder. All right, now that we're in position, bring your bottom shoulder forward a little bit, your top shoulder back a little bit, and now flex your ankle. So push through your heel a lot and spread your toes. And please close your eyes. All right, now feel the stretch all along your side body. So stretching along your ribs, your skin is stretching. You can lift your elbow a little bit higher. A deep breath in. Exhale, sink down a little more if that's available to you. Keeping your butt cheek on the floor. And now ever so slowly, as if your body is moving through honey. Whoa. Oh, that's one of my favorite stretches. Just notice the subtle difference between your right and left side. It would be a drag if we didn't have enough time to do the other side, huh? I wouldn't do that to you. Let's bend our leg. Come over to the other side. Okay, so measure first. Then come back up and then anchor down. Okay, stretch up. Left arm down. And now you can simply stretch over, reaching from your fingertip to your hip. You might prefer this option, or you might just want to rest your arm. Sometimes in class I call this dish towel arm because it's just hanging out like a dish towel, just hanging there. Yep. Or you can place your fingertips behind your head. That works as well. Now, bottom shoulder comes forward, top shoulder comes back. And you can sink a little deeper. Sink as far as you're comfortable, as long as your butt cheek on the right side stays on the floor, on your mat. All right. Oh, I love this stretch. Okay, we've got to come back, so slowly, slowly moving through some honey. Notice how good that feels. Good for you. All right, we've got one more seated posture right here. So I'd like you to sweep your legs out in front of you. This is called Dandasana. Dandasana. Once again, removing the flesh from your seat, plugging down through your sitting bones, flexing your ankles hard, spreading your toes. Now grab your block. All right, and just hinge forward from your hips and rest. Now, if you're super flexible, you can place the block underneath your feet. That might be a really great option for you, because then you can pull the block into your feet. But if that's not an option, don't feel bad. That's a tough option. You could simply rest your arms on your block at any height. Keep your spine long. Keep your legs active by pressing through your heels. Take one more deep breath in, please. And a long exhale. All right, we're moving back down to the mat again. So move the block out of the way for a minute. Come to your side. You won't need your towel unless you don't have a strap. Okay, so you'll need either a towel or a strap as you come down. Lay on your back. Just like the beginning of class, I'd like you to place your block underneath your seat. All right. Now you're going to take your strap behind your right leg. And now straighten your leg. And it's really nice to have this block underneath us because it's tilting your pelvis for you. And you might be able to move into this hamstring stretch a little bit deeper than normal. So let's bend and straighten and do that one more time. Bend and straighten. So I hope your block has been a good co-star for you today. Sometimes the block really provides a little change that feels almost magical. Okay, so now this strap is around your thigh. Please be sure it's not behind your knee. So around your thigh or your calf muscle, the choice is yours. And then you'll bring this strap together. Hold on to it with your left hand, okay? And then you'll allow your leg to drift over to the side. Now, if you're feeling a little bit wobbly here on the block, you could hold on to your strap with your right hand and hold on to the block with your left hand. So it's really your choice. But if you're feeling stable, allow your leg to just drift over to the side. Hello, inner thighs. Bring your leg back to center, please, and bend your knee. And just before we even move, close your eyes for a second and feel the difference between your right and your left leg. You know, we're only practicing these postures for a few moments, and the change is subtle, but it's there. And it's important for you to recognize that because you're doing this work. You showed up today. You know, take the strap around your right leg, left leg, the other leg, and straighten. Okay, so remember, you can hold the strap with the same hand as you're lifting your leg and then hold the block. That's option one. Your other option is to have your opposite arm hold the strap. So in my case, I've got my left leg up and I'm holding onto it with my right leg, with my right hand. Weak. Okay, and then we've just got this inner thigh stretch. Slowly bring your leg back, bend your knee, and now you can remove the strap. So this is my favorite exercise that I'm showing you next. My favorite exercise with the block. Hold on to the block, lift one knee up, and then your other knee. And now press your heels up towards the ceiling. So you may have practiced legs up the wall in the past. When we practice legs up the wall on a block, it tilts our pelvis a little bit for us. The exercise is so relaxing this way. I hope you feel the same way I do. Legs up the wall is one of the most relaxing and detoxifying postures that we could put our body in. This is a great posture to be in before you go to sleep at night. It will help you to calm down. So if you're using it for nighttime relaxation, stay here for about 5 minutes. See how it changes your life forever. Bend one knee and the other knee. Keep your right hand on the block. Lift your hips and move the block away from your hips. Roll to your left or to your right, and then press your body up. It was an honor and privilege to be your guide today. I hope you had a good experience with me. I look forward to seeing you sometime soon. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay vibrant. Bye for now, and namaste.